Good morning, y'all. My name is Duchess, and this is where we talk about true crime and missing cases. Today, I want to tell you about a murder that occurred on the University of Georgia campus last week. Laken Riley, age 22, lost her life at the hands of an illegal immigrant that crossed over in 2022 from El Paso, Texas. This has become a very controversial situation in Athens, Georgia, and I wanted to give you guys an update about everything that has transpired. So, let's get into it. This is an update on the student from the University of Georgia in Athens that was murdered last week. Most of the people that follow my channel know that I'm a University of Georgia football fan, and this was very heartbreaking for our college community. Riley was a 22-year-old student at the Augusta University College of Nursing, and she was found deceased on Thursday near the campus of another school, the University of Georgia in Athens. She was first reported missing by friends earlier in the day after they said she did not come home after a morning run, prompting police to begin a search. Her body was later found in a wooded area behind Lake Herrick around 12:38 p.m. local time. On Friday evening, UGA Police Chief Jeffrey Clark announced at a press conference that 26-year-old Ibarra, a resident of Athens, Georgia, had been arrested and charged with malice murder, felony murder, aggravated battery, aggravated assault, false imprisonment, kidnapping, hindering a 911 call, and concealing the death of another in connection with Riley's death. Clark said Friday that the determined cause of death was blunt force trauma. The police chief added that Ibarra, originally from Venezuela, was not a United States citizen and had no prior history of violence, describing the situation as an isolated incident and a crime of opportunity with no motive. 3 to 4 other people were taken into custody during the investigation into Riley's death, but only Ibarra has been charged. Investigators were led to Ibarra with the help of video evidence and technology, according to police. There was actually security cameras on campus right in that area where this crime took place. There is no indication that the suspect knew Riley at the time of this incident. She was asked about their background and her reaction to the charges against her husband. According to Franco, the couple crossed the border into the U.S. in September of last year, living for a time in New York City, where Ibarra worked for various food delivery app companies. In November, the couple split, and Ibarra moved to Georgia to live with his brother Diego, who appears to have a past connection with UGA. On Saturday, it looks like that the wife of Ibarra spoke to the New York Post, 23-year-old Laken Franco. Franco went on to say that the charges do not reflect the calm man that she knew and that she would like the opportunity to speak with him. Despite that, she also said that if the allegations are true, he should definitely pay for what he did. Now, I did actually find another article that stated that Jose Ibarra was actually charged with endangering a minor when he was caught driving an unregistered car with his child inside in August of 2023, and that's according to ICE spokeswoman Lindsay Williams. Williams also confirmed that the suspect illegally crossed the U.S. near El Paso, Texas in 2022, and Ibarra was paroled and released for further processing. And that's when he eventually made his way to New York City, where he was arrested a year later. As I stated before, this murder in Athens, Georgia has become a highly politicized situation due to the fact that Ibarra is an illegal immigrant. So let's look at this clip from Fox News Atlanta to see more about this situation. Fair use. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Let's take a look at the Fox News Atlanta clip.
Year-old nursing student Laken Riley, her accused killer, 26-year-old Jose Ibarra, came to the U.S. illegally from Venezuela.
Tonight, some have slammed Democratic local leaders calling Athens a so-called sanctuary city. Fox 5's Rob D'Arienzo is live at the state capitol covering that part of the story. Rob?
Courtney and Tom, good evening to you both. That's exactly right. The Republican politicians I've been hearing from today assert that 22-year-old Laken Riley's death could have been prevented. Meanwhile, the Democratic mayor of Athens has pushed back on claims that his city is a sanctuary city. The city of Athens has been thrust into the national debate over immigration policy. Police say 26-year-old Jose Ibarra killed nursing student Laken Riley while she was on a run last week. The feds say Ibarra is from Venezuela and crossed the southern border illegally in 2022. On Monday, Governor Brian Kemp blamed President Biden on Fox News.
If the border was secure, this individual never would have been in the country.
Meanwhile, Republican Congressman Mike Collins blamed local leaders in Athens, adding that parents have felt safe sending their kids to college there.
It's not a university problem. This is an Athens problem. They probably did not know that Athens was a sanctuary city.
A sanctuary city is a place where local laws can serve to protect immigrants from deportation or prosecution. Athens mayor told Fox 5 in an email his city isn't one because the state banned them and makes them prove every year they're not breaking the law. In 2019, the city council passed a resolution welcoming immigrants, quote, of all statuses. But a few weeks ago, the city clarified the resolution, quote, merely expresses a desire to be welcoming to people from all backgrounds and doesn't hinder law enforcement.
I always say if it looks like a duck, walks like a duck, and quacks like a duck, it's a duck.
Democratic State Senator Alina Parent blamed D.C. Republicans for killing the border bill in a tweet before adding, quote, let's not politicize Laken's tragic loss. On the floor of the Senate Monday, Georgia Senator John Ossoff held a moment of silence in Riley's memory.
In recognition of the loss of this young woman, her life cut too short, and in support of her family and loved ones.
And again, Collins is calling for the resignation of both the mayor of Athens and the Clarke County DA. A little while ago, we got a statement from the DA's office. I want to give you a look at it. It says the highest priority of the office is to seek justice for the victim and will not politicize tragedy. We will follow the facts and the law. The victim's family deserves better than to be treated as political pawns.
I don't really like to get political when we're talking about missing people and murdered people's cases. However, I do stand firm that I don't agree with the illegal immigration into the United States of America simply because of the trafficking of people and trafficking of drugs. And as you can see, this young lady has lost her life and an illegal immigrant is responsible. Please take the time to leave a comment, your thoughts, your prayers for Laken Riley's family, her classmates at Augusta University, and the University of Georgia. My heart goes out to the family. Laken Riley is a beautiful girl whose life was taken too soon in a horrible act of violence.